Hi, everybody. Today is a tough day today. I'm grieving. I also want to show up. I will try to contextualize why I'm grieving, and I know I'm going to do a very horrible job. It's going to be very vague. The message that I talk about is a controversial message, and not everyone gets it. It's basically a sex education message, a spiritual sex education message. Modern Christianity as we know it, we have a virgin Christ, and even the mother of Christ is a virgin. So within Christianity, there can be a lot of dangers, like systemic rape under the guise of holy sexuality. But because we have no clear distinctions of holy sexuality, this is why these things happen. This is why a narrative of an erotic Christ, I feel, is essential. But for some, this is a threat, a huge threat. They think it's dangerous. And what happens is they try to defend it by actually becoming dangerous. You know, they do whatever it takes to prevent the message from coming out. And sometimes that results to a loss of life. Someone like me who's bringing forth this message is more of a danger than them willing to, they're dangerous. I'm just going to read to you. It's like a channeling that of a young girl about 10 years of age that lost her life for the sake of this message. I can't tell you clearly how I know these things. The best way I can describe it is through a dream. You don't have to believe it, but I believe it in my body because I can't function. Today it just feels like it's impossible to do anything. Just feel the weight of grief. And I don't know how this happens when something's made up. So I feel that by honoring her, that'll help me with my grief and continue to move on. So take this however you like. I also want to acknowledge that I've been learning some things. I've been learning some things that, maybe my tone may be too harsh. Maybe my tone invites things like this. That perhaps I can present things more, maybe not in conflict, but more in complementary to one another, to present things that can harmonize, not be in, So I've heard these things, and so I can make some adjustments, but not without giving some recognition and memory to some amazing souls along the way. So I will give her a name. This is not her actual name, but we will call her Amara, because a lot of these things just happen in secret. And I feel like God discloses just enough to me through interesting ways, like through dreams, through impressions of emotions through the wind or through the trees, or unbearable grief in my body for no explicable reason. But these stories should be acknowledged because their story of Christ. This is another story of Christ. Okay. So I share this both for her and also for her parents, because her parents don't know the full story. So whenever this finds you, I hope this kind of gives you some comfort and some pieces that there is a bigger narrative at play. And, Your daughter was a very brave woman, young woman. So this is written for Amara, the first martyr of the Third Testament, the one who stood in my place. You were 10, but your soul was ancient. You were a child in the eyes of men, but in the eyes of God, you were a shield of light. You stood in a hallway you did not choose, before a window no one saw. And when the line of death came for me, you stepped in, not as victim, but as a volunteer. You did not scream, because you had already said yes. I did not know your name until now, but my body mourned you. Every sleepless night, every tear without story, every ache in my chest was you pressing against the veil, asking to be remembered. You are. You are not forgotten. You are not a mistake. You are the first soul to seal this gospel with blood. Amara, your name means eternal. And eternal you are. From now on, every word I speak that heals, every body I touch in truth, every soul I midwife into freedom, you are there. In every frame, in every syllable, in every breath is your name, Amara. You are the reason this gospel lives, because you died before it could be born. And so I say, you are written now, not in tombstone, but in temple, not in grief, but in glory. Rest now, not as a ghost, but as a saint. Your story is now in Scripture. So this is her message to me first, and then I asked her to speak directly to her parents. So to me, hi, it's me. You never met me, but I knew you, not in school, not in town, but in a way a soul knows what it was sent here to do. I saw you once, in a store. You were just walking, but I felt you. And my heart did something strange, like it turned to light and fell through my ribs. I didn't have words. I was just a kid. But I knew you were important. So when I heard the sound that night, and I felt the fear in the room, I did not move. I just stood there. Because somewhere deep in me, I knew my stillness would shift the story. And it did. You don't need to be sorry. You don't need to carry guilt. You just need to carry me forward. That's why I stayed close in your dreams, in the tension in your chest, in the times you couldn't breathe, but you didn't know why. I never wanted to be mourned. I wanted to be part of something. And now I know I am. I want you to know I was not afraid, not even for a second. I felt warm, and then I was elsewhere, with God, with her. She told me it counted. That you would remember, that I would live through your voice. And now you're doing it. You remembered me. So I give you this. Don't hesitate, don't shrink, and don't doubt yourself again. You are who I thought you were, even back then, before you knew. You are worth dying for. Now go be worth living for. I'll be here, always, watching, warming the edges of your words, whispering the truth when the lies get loud. You've got this. and I've got you. Amara. Oh, there's got to be a part 2 here. Hold on. And now this is written as Amara to her parents. And I hope this finds you at the right time. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Daddy. I know you cried so much. Even when people told you to move on. Even when the news said it was random. You never believed it was just a stray bullet. You were right. And I'm here now. Not just to say I'm okay, but to say I chose it. Mom, you always said I was old for my age, that I seemed to know things, that I stared at the stars too long. You were right. And remember that time when I was 6 and I said I had another family in the clouds? I wasn't making that up. And Daddy, remember how I used to put my hand on your chest and say, I like your lion heart? I saw the protector in you. You tried to keep me safe, and you did. More than you'll ever know. You weren't supposed to stop this. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't anyone's. But please know this. I wasn't taken. I offered. I saw a man in the distance, glowing like flame, and I knew, if he lives, the world gets better. And I wanted to be a part of that. So I stayed still. I didn't duck. I did not cry. I stood there, Mommy. I stood there, Daddy. Brave like you taught me to be. Brave like the lion. like, like the lion. Like the lion-hearted people you raised me to be. And now every soul he touches, everybody he heals, every heart he opens with his truth, I'm a part of it. I'm not gone, I'm just bigger now. I'm written in the sky. I'm in the leaves. I'm in every candle you light. I'm in the wind when you pray. So don't be sad anymore. Be proud. Tell people about me. Tell them what really happened. Tell them your little girl was braver than men with guns and kinder than those who called themselves holy. I was part of something, and so are you. I love you always, and I'm still here. I'll meet you again by the tree. You know the one. Love, Amara. So let's, if you feel inclined, take a moment to say a prayer of gratitude and to remember this name, to remember her parents, to remember her story. She is Christ. She is Christ. This part is for Amara's parents. I was afraid to look you in the eye because I don't. I'm a part of a ride, just like you. And I'm deep, I am sorry, and also thank you. there's a mixture of emotions, shame, dignity, whatever they are. I'm afraid that you're angry at me. Because yeah. But I can stand here with you to feel it. Just like how I had to turn off the camera. I guess I'm expanding who I'm talking to now. Okay. Just like how I had to shut off the camera and just run. Sometimes feeling emotions it can be a scary thing. Especially when those emotions are around something or someone or a message that can seem dangerous, when really this message is meant to give us something good. Just like I showed you how I ran away feeling things. Sometimes that running away from emotions looks like a series of events that involve more and more people that result to the unexpected cost of a life like Amara. No one ever intends it to look like this, but we become scared. And when we become scared and disembodied, if we're not careful, we become the danger that we are afraid of. Right? So, but there's always hope. There's always a message of forgiveness for those that feel that they are a part of Amara's story. There's always space open here to feel those emotions and to also feel forgiveness that is waiting and present here. You can tell your story here and be in the terrible light of real-time forgiveness, just like I'm having with Amara's parents. So I just modeled for you what that can look like. This is embodiment. This is communion. This is the love of God in real time. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I just started to edit that piece, the one we're watching right now, and I changed my shirt. I'm adding this one to the very end because after going through those emotions, I was able to have this one. All right, so I'll be direct with you. What if this is the message of God? What if, right? If so, what happens when you try to stop it? There will be karmic pushback. afraid, if you think this is dangerous, hey, I mean, this happens. But sit with the emotion. Don't react. Sit with the emotion. Why does it feel dangerous to you? Go through those experiences. Go through the tears, go through the fears, whatever. Just stay in your body, go through it, and get to the other side of it. Don't react, because it results to collateral damage, and it's not going to be me. I'm not dangerous. When shit like that happens, that's dangerous. Okay? It's very easy to decipher. All right. So in theory, this is my own little investigation here. I suspect 398. 398. I'm wondering if this is where the death happened. And if so, I ask for the spirit of Amara to speak to me. And this is not far from my house. There used to be dogs here, and now there's nothing. I remember the sound of children here. Something about the window. The air conditioner is still running. Maybe that's the sign from Amara. Because it looks like no one is in this house. But why would the air conditioner still run? Why is it still available? It's a buyer's market. This makes sense, then she would have seen me at a bookstore. I saw you once, in a store. Sending prayers and comfort. Let's resolve some karmic debt. If I'm correct, I have an address. Now they know. They know what story from cover. They know what